Hey guys, it's Supa here, and today we'll be going through boss run for Demon Conquest in Solitary City. So let me just set up the team which I'm going to expect to use, but before we actually go into the fight, of course, let's go through his skills. So basic attack, pretty straightforward, does some damage, and is guaranteed to inflict stun on the enemy who has dealt the highest damage. Then his first passive is at the beginning of self turns. If any hero is under stun, he casts his basic attack one more time to pursue an attack. Next, second skill, reduces all damage received by 99%, and when the battle starts he summons 4 servants which only take damage from direct damage considered as resonance damage, and then if you deal direct damage, resonance direct damage, and it's targeted directly on the servant itself, then the servant is slayed immediately, and when there's no more, then the boss finally starts to take damage. So this is a pretty tricky boss if you don't have the right heroes, and unfortunately, like a lot of the later Demon Conquest bosses, this does seem to require a bunch of limited time heroes. So you can see everyone is really just using the same team: Apsara, Marie, Jocelyn, Nicolith, and Murong Jing. And I think some other alternatives can be used. Yeah, Ans is one of them because he does deal resonance direct damage, so you can try this if you're a free-to-play player, but I think this will be very tricky if you don't have the core of Apsara, Marie, and Nicolith. So let's go straight into the fight, and unlike a lot of the other bosses, the text for this boss actually was very straightforward, and it really kind of just is a damage check. So all we need to do is resonance direct damage on these minions. So let's start off with Apsara Special 2 because of this. Shield up with our Nicolith. We can just basic attack with our Jocelyn for now. And then we just want to clear the minions, right? So actually, why is Irato in this team? So Marie actually should be in this team. So let's quickly sub her out. Okay, so this is the proper team we should be using. And okay, once again, we can start with Apsara Special 2 instead to clear the minions. And then we just need to deal resonance direct damage. So like so. And then we just target, all these minions one by one. And okay, let's use our damage record because very soon we're going to start taking damage. And so Jocelyn is very useful because she pursues an attack with resonance direct damage. So even though Nicolith herself doesn't do it, when I attack that minion, Jocelyn will do it for her. So now that all the minions are down, we can deal the brunt of our damage with our Marie and the double attack from our Nicolith. And I mean, you can see the damage is very, very high, right? 632 million, and the requirement is only 800 million, right? So of course, if you have worse builds, then this may take slightly longer, but the actual mechanic of the boss, if you have these heroes, is actually very easy to get past. So we only actually need to take 2 more turns, I guess, because we do need to use the basic attack of Marie to get our skills back. Oh, in fact, actually the cooldown came back up. I guess I wasn't really paying attention, but yeah, so double attack once again, insane amounts of damage. And I don't even believe that the minions respawn, so let's just take a quick look. Okay, no, the special 4 resummons this, so obviously we've already hit the damage requirement very easily, but let's go through killing the minions one more time just to make sure you guys are very clear with how this works. So in his next turn, he will resummon the minions. And once that happens, we'll kill the minions one more time, and then we'll just end the fight from there. So he resummons the minions, and we need to do resonance direct damage to them. So the way to do it is just simply have resonance direct damage characters, and you must explicitly select those minions. So I believe the basic attack doesn't do resonance damage, so this won't kill the boss even though it's direct damage. But our Jocelyn, which is once again why she's very strong, Jocelyn, once she has a resonance form, she pursues and attacks the characters you target, right? And that helps kill these minions. So this time we have, once again, resonance direct damage from Apsara Special 2. So if we attack this minion on the far left, it will die. And then Jocelyn's still in her resonance form, so let's say I use my Nicolith, for example, who doesn't do resonance direct damage, our Jocelyn will do it on her behalf and finally kill the last minion. And once all the minions are down, we can do regular damage to the boss, and let's kill this boss and then we will exit the fight. So all we need to do is just use Marie's special for one last time, and this should be enough damage to kill the boss. As you can see, 3 billion damage, way overkill for this boss. So, you know, you guys don't need as crazy builds or echoes or whatever to make this work if you have this team. Obviously a pay-to-win team, but unfortunately, this just seems to be how it is in the final few stages across all Demon Conquest areas. So this one's a pretty straightforward one if you have the heroes, and hopefully this was useful for you guys. If not, use this recommended heroes and sort by similarity and see what players with your kind of heroes are using, and hopefully there's something which works. So with that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.